He was once a superhero sworn to protect the world, but he also suffers from a severe case of split personality. Every night before sleep, he has to chain himself up, terrified that if he loses control, he'll hurt the people around him. See, the man realized that every time he opens his eyes, he ends up in a completely unfamiliar place. Sometimes he'd just doze off for a second, and somehow there would be dead bodies right next to him to make sure nothing like that ever happens again. Before bed, he takes out special tape and seals his apartment door shut. Then he wraps himself up tightly in chains. Only when he's absolutely sure he can't break free does he finally let himself fall asleep. But even with all those precautions, that night, something still went horribly wrong. He had just drifted off when he opened his eyes and found himself in another country. And to make matters worse, his jaw hurt like he got hit by a truck. As he struggled to get up, there was suddenly a creature standing right behind him.
Surrender the body to Mark.
But when he turned his head, nothing was there except a massive castle. Before he could even process what was happening, people on top of the castle suddenly attacked him. It was clear they wanted him dead. He had no clue what was going on. But at that moment, all that mattered was staying alive. He ran for his life and escaped to a small town. But there was something seriously off about this place. Everyone was gathered in the town square, as if they were taking part in some kind of ritual. Then a young guy stepped up to a follower, and the tattoo on the follower's arm slowly turned green. Right after, the follower declared him the purest soul. But when an old woman stepped forward, the tattoo on the follower's arm suddenly changed to red, which meant she was extremely wicked. Then the follower chanted a spell, and the old woman instantly dried up into a mummy and was carried away. But instead of continuing the ritual, the follower casually said something to the crowd, and every single villager immediately dropped to one knee. Well, every villager except Stephen, who was just standing there like an idiot. Clearly, he was an outsider. The follower demanded he hand over the sacred object. Stephen had no idea what he was talking about, but when he patted himself down, he actually pulled out a golden scarab.
You will give him nothing.
Here,
Suddenly, Stephen's hand clenched into a fist on its own. He pried his fingers open one by one, but then his right arm went rogue again.
will not ask again. I didn't do that on purpose.
That little act of defiance totally pissed off the follower. He immediately ordered his men to grab Stephen. Then Stephen's eyes rolled back, and he blacked out, completely unconscious. But when he came to, all that was left around him were dead bodies. Seeing this group of thugs staring him down, Stephen got scared and sprinted for his life. But they weren't about to let him go, and chased him right onto a vehicle, right when it looked like he was about to die. Stephen blacked out again when he woke up, just like last time. Not only had he taken them all out, but he was also holding a weapon. His other personality must have stepped in again. But before he could even catch his breath, the vehicle broke down, right in the middle of a landslide. Massive logs were about to crash down on him. And then suddenly, Stephen jolted awake in his bed. He immediately checked the chains, and seeing they hadn't been touched, he finally breathed a sigh of relief. So everything that just happened was just a nightmare. But when he got ready to head out, Stephen spotted the golden scarab right there in his room, and the creature from his dream was now standing in front of him.
I'll be back.